We have Srishti with us to inspire the other young kids. By the way, Srishti is from IIM Ahmedabad. Ki story badi cool life ki. She was just 21. She got into IIM Ahmedabad and she comes from DU. आज ये अपनी inspiration story बताएगी. She's been there, done that. She's doing multiple things. And Srishti बताना allowed है HUL Accenture वगैरह?
Unofficially.
No,
No, not allowed on paper, but अब तो
अब तो पता लग गया भाई. बंदी ने वन ऑफ द ड्रीम कंपनी, अगर तुमने टू स्टेट्स भी देखी तो आलिया भट्ट गेट इनटू सम सोप सेलिंग कंपनी. दैट्स द कंपनी व्हाट शी इंटर्न विद HUL, वन ऑफ द बेस्ट ब्रांड्स इन द वर्ल्ड टू वर्क विद. यूनिलीवर एंड इंडिया में HUL, एंड देन शी इज गोइंग टू एक्सेंचर स्ट्रेटजी. ग्रेट यार, ग्रेट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, हाउ डज इट फील द 2 years have come to an end?
I mean, great. Looking back, it's great. जो I think I look back at 2 years ago and 2 साल पहले बहुत anticipation था how that would go. The 2 years flew by and we are at the end of it. I'm 3 weeks away from graduating. Learned a lot. It's been a fun journey. I think that's all I'll say for now.
Great, great, super. So when did you think about MBA? MBA सोचा था पहले से ही?
Not at all. So, I mean, my journey is super ups and downs, Ali. I can take you through it. काफी MBA was not on my map until 1 year before MBA. So that's how it went for me. So both of my parents are science graduates, and everyone in my extended family is also some form of science. My dad is an engineer, IIT, and all of that. Been there, done that types. मैंने भी 11th 12th में I took PCM, and it was fairly sure that मैं भी engineering या BSc करूँगी, and I was preparing also, and I think I was fairly good at it also. But there was something in me that said नहीं करनी engineering. So I too was very anti-corporate also. मेरे को job नहीं करनी थी. I wanted to do something off the path and so on. But I got through that 2 years of PCM. DU का cutoff आया. I was supposed to take BSc, but on that day, I saw this course called BA English and Philosophy, and I have always loved to read. मैं बहुत, I think I read excessively, extensively, and something just caught on to me. There was this kida that just said, no, I don't want to do a BSc. So मैंने blindly and बहुत घर पे लड़के actually. So that is a big thing. There were huge arguments, discussions in my home, but I went on to do an English and philosophy. And right after I took that program, my parents were like, ये तो कर लिया, what next? Because मेरे घर में the perception was generally, and in general it is also, कि arts करते हो तो there is not a whole lot you can do right after it. तो कुछ एक master's degree करनी पड़ती है to get a good job, to get a stable income and so on. So it was कि you can only do this if you tell us what you're going to do next. Now I had no idea. I didn't want to be a teacher because I don't think I'm good at that. But I went to Google. I started Googling career options, master's options, and I saw something called an MBA. Now I had no, even up till I was 18, 19, I had no idea what an MBA was. And ठीक है चलो, CAT होता है, CAT में English होता है and maths होता है. I'm like, ठीक है, I'm good at both of those things. Can look at what it is. Go deeper into it. And थोड़ा business के बारे में देखा. Fine. Okay, looks like a decent path. Oh, that was when I was like, हाँ, MBA कर सकते हैं. साथ में I think Shark Tank आया. Right around that time I started watching the US Shark Tank, and also I think I kind of understood what businesses are, how they operate, and it seemed much more attainable and reachable to me. So that kind of थोड़ा solid होता रहा, and then I started preparing for CAT, which is eventually how I got into IIM Ahmedabad. So I had no idea what an MBA was, but I think now the decision I took 4 years ago, it makes sense now.
What's your suggestion for all those girls who are listening to us, and now your role model सृष्टि? हाँ, तो अभी तो इस साइड ऑफ द कैमरा है, पहले तो वहाँ बैठ के वो मेरी येलो शीट्स वगैरह पढ़ती होगी, देखती होगी, you know, and you're a part of the GDPI family at Cat King as well. But what's your message for those girls who are thinking, यार करूँ ना करूँ, is MBA right for me, 21 हो चुकी हूँ, 25 में शादी करनी होगी and what not shit? What's your message for them?
So I'll tell you my side of the story. कुछ ऐसे textbook answer I don't have to this, but I always wanted to travel and I wanted my own money, which I could spend on me, and I wanted to just do what I wanted. So that has been a very big motivator for me. And honestly, since I came in as a fresher, I had never had a salary or an income that had been credited to my account. But even right after my internship, which happens at the end of the first year, so HUL के बाद जो मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में जितना भी अमाउंट आया, it gave me so much freedom, I think, I was never constrained from my parents as such, but having your own money gives you so much freedom. Since then, I have attended like 10 concerts, 2 comedy shows. I have been on 7, 8 trips around like somewhere aspas be around India also. And I think that is the thing that makes me the happiest. कि मैंने जो इतनी मेहनत की, that has given me the potential and the freedom to do what I actually want to do in life. And I think that is why I would tell you to do an MBA कि हाथ खुल जाते हैं in a way that mama would say.
याद खुल जाते
A
हैं
lot more. Yeah.
सही बात है यार, सही बात है, ये तो है. बट दैट लाइन ऑफ साइट इज नॉट देयर मच नाउ थैंक्स टू सोशल मीडिया एंड ऑफ कोर्स फॉर पीपल लाइक यू आर इंस्पायरिंग द वुमेन. बट एक लाइन ऑफ साइट नहीं होती कि विद ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट टू ऑल द गर्ल्स, बट यार आई नो पेरेंट्स when they were confused between a very smart girl, I was talking to her mom, very literate, amazing up class family, up market family, if I can use that word. And that lady was like, सर वो FMS चले जाते हैं बिकॉज 2 लाख का फीस है, अहमदाबाद में 25-30 लाख जाएगा, उससे उसके बदले में इसको घर खरीद लूँगी. नथिंग अगेंस्ट FMS, FMS इज अ ग्रेट स्कूल फॉर श्योर, बट एंड शी यूज्ड वन लाइन, सर लड़की तो है, खुद का बनाएगी अपना तो अच्छा रहेगी. That actually hit me hard. That hit me hard. And that's the scenario of India right now. I'm not saying everybody, but ये कहीं ना कहीं है, right? Did you also went through the same? इतना फीस देना यार, 25-30 लाख, line of sight था वो.
So no, I was very lucky that way. Money has not been a problem. Education has never been a problem. Education पे पैसा खर्च करना था, that was always the side. But I think in response to this, I would say कि parents can buy the daughter a house, but imagine how much cooler या how much more prestige it would bring if the daughter just 3 years down the line would be able to buy her own house. तो 25-30 लाख तो वापस 1 साल में आ जाते हैं. That you get such a good job, you earn all of that back, and उसके 1 और साल 2 साल बाद खरीद लो, अपना घर खरीदो, then that gives you so much standing and power. So that's my outlook on that.
Superb. So you're an inspiration for everybody who's in DU, non-DU, या वो लड़की जो एक घर अभी ग्रेजुएट हुई है और उनको नहीं समझ आता ये होता है. ये 25-30 लाख पैकेज सुनते हैं, एवरेज पैकेज इतना जा रहा है, मिलता है मतलब 1.5-2 लाख रुपए हाथ में, सुना है तुमने ऐसा?
मिलता है. At Ahmedabad, I would say most people are getting मतलब जो एवरेज नंबर्स आता है, that is fairly correct. You can think of something a little bit lower than that. I think average we say is 33, but 25-26 की सैलरी I think is fairly prevalent across batch. Most लोगों को मिल जाता है.
और ये समर इंटर्नशिप बोलते हैं, HUL दे रही है, McKinsey, BCG, Bain आ रहा है, ये 1 लाख पर मंथ इंटर्नशिप होता है. When you would have also heard that, or you would be like, यार ये क्या बोल रहे हो यार, एक महीने की इंटर्नशिप. Is it true? You see that happen? You must have got it yourself by now.
Yeah, and it's well over 1. एक महीने से ऊपर ही आता है, and the great thing is उस पर टैक्स नहीं लगता है because it's just 2 months, it's under the tax bracket. So actually वो तो पूरा हाथ में आता है, and it is in almost every case, I think 95% of the batch was earning more than that.
Wow, per month.
Definitely. Yeah.
तूने
Per
तो
month, yeah.
तूने तो बड़े कॉन्सर्ट भी अटेंड किए for sure.
हाँ,
Super.
बहुत.
Leave the पैसा aside for a minute, right?
Yeah.
ये is it worth since it's Women's Day, I'm just talking about girls. लड़कियों के लिए पता नहीं वर्थ है कि नहीं, अपन अगले दिन करेंगे वो तो for sure है, because you inspire those are beautiful women out there in India, and you are an India story. यार was it worth it spending that money? तो एक side है, that exposure of 2 years.
Absolutely. Again, I in the 2 years have done so much. Matlab, personally, I like to keep busy also, but I have played, say, I have tried like 5 new sports. I have been in 4 or 5 sports teams here. I have organized events. I have interacted with, I have attended talks of a lot of IMA graduates, alums who are there are a lot of alums with like startups, and we've heard a lot of names. So we have attended talks, we have talked to them. A couple of days ago, the founder of No Broker was on campus. We had the opportunity to listen to his talk also, but also interact with him literally over a plate of food. So classroom के बाहर खड़े होके हमने उनसे बात करी. And I think a lot of opportunities you get. We have done case competitions, we have planned businesses together, sitting together. So I think not just from classes, I didn't mention classes even once, I think. But classes है ही, but उसके apart you get to do a lot of different stuff that you don't get to do outside. And वो 2 years में इतना सारा करते हो that you learn to manage your time and you also learn all of these skills. तो वो definitely skill wise I think it is a huge upgrade that a 2 year MBA can give you.
सुपर यार, सुपर. What छोड़ अभी एमबीए पढ़ाई, तूने क्लास का नाम
Yeah.
नहीं लिया, आउट ऑफ द क्लास बहुत लर्निंग होती है, वो भी छोड़ो. मुझे बस ये बता कि व्हाट सृष्टि वाज प्री एमबीए एंड व्हाट सृष्टि इज नाउ पोस्ट एमबीए, जस्ट आउट ऑफ 3 weeks. कुछ फ़र्क हुआ है पर्सनैलिटी में? क्या क्या चेंजेस हुई हैं? इतने पैसे लगाए हैं मम्मी पापा ने और तुमने भी.
Okay, that is a thoda deep question. Looking back, I think definitely the freedom that I mentioned. I have more control over what I want and what I can do in my life. In terms of how I think, 2 years ago, I didn't really know much about how the world works. I hadn't stepped into a corporate environment. I didn't know how people interact, how they function, that all of that. So I think that is a big takeaway. I now know how society or how people in corporate will also work. Thirdly, I think there is a huge surge in confidence. When I stepped in, I was scared because I hadn't studied any of these subjects before. I didn't really know what people who were 26, 27, how they looked at the world, what they were looking for. I now know all of that. I have a more I can do this attitude. So I think yeah, these are the 3 biggest things that I can think of from off the top of my head, but all of them are really, really important for who I want to become in the future.
ये ना कैमरे के पहले ऑफ कैमरा कुछ और बोल रही थी, मैं उसको बोला डिड यू एंजॉय जर्नी शेती, या बट आई वुड नॉट डू इट अगेन.
I would not do it. That is true, I would not. But I also said कि second year में बहुत perspective मिल गया. तो वो first year ही होता है which you just need to power through. And if you do that, then it's good.
यार यू नॉट मेकिंग इट साउंड फन एट ऑल. तू तो काम दिखा रही है, स्किल लर्निंग करेंगे, ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे. ये हमारी जो और कुछ लोगों को फन भी करना है यार लाइफ के अंदर. तो आई एम अहमदाबाद इज ऑल अबाउट पढ़ाई. आई नो इट इज़ दैट. आई नो भास्कर सर, आई मेट हिम ऑल्सो एंड आई आस्क हिम सर इतने स्ट्रिक्ट क्यों. तो आफ्टर ही केम ऑन बोर्ड ही वाज लाइक करना पड़ता है यार. एंड दिस माय डिस्कशन एट SPJIMR बॉम्बे व्हेन आई मेट हिम, just over a walk. While catching my dinner plate, lunch plate in fact. Nevertheless, हाँ कुछ फन भी है कि नहीं भाई जिंदगी में?
I think it's more fun than पढ़ाई. वो fun में ही सीखना होता है सब कुछ. Classes will be the last thing any IMA student talks about. Even though we have great faculty and all, nothing bad about the institute there, but right from the moment you step in, you have this orientation होता है which is no पढ़ाई. Then you interact with your seniors. सबसे पहले जाते ही you have this second year versus first year sports tournament. तो 3-4 दिन वो चलता है. And across the year, sports, since I am involved, I will talk about that. We have Shaurya at IIM Ahmedabad, which is inter Gujarat के colleges sports 4 दिन. संघर्ष के लिए जाते हैं, which is ABCL, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow का competition, which is it's so much fun. 200 people from our campus go to another campus. It is 800 of MBA competitive graduates who don't have a lot of time to practice sports because we are that busy, and all of us playing very mediocre level sports, but the fun is in getting to know each other and sledging. So ladai jhagde hote hain, anything you can expect from a sports kind of setup. There are campus pe fests hote hain, every festival is celebrated. Kal Holi hai yahan pe, so we'll be celebrating that. There are cultural events. All of the societies have different sort of events. The music society here, we set up a karaoke outdoors right outside our dorms. हमने वो किया एक दिन. Dorm cricket is a thing. Dorms के बीच में रात को 12 बजे 12 से 4 cricket चल रहा है. So the reason why we don't get enough sleep is because we are doing that मस्ती. पढ़ाई होती है no doubt, but वो after all of the assignments are done, when everyone submits them at 12, उसके बाद सिर्फ मस्ती होती है.
बहुत ही बढ़िया, बहुत ही नॉन सीरियस एंड फन वाला टॉपिक. सो पीपल से लाइक यू डू MBA फॉर द वुमेन्स, वुमेन्स डे आज इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ, टू फाइंड योर पार्टनर एज वेल, because you go to SPJ and you're going to find somebody from SPJ in Bombay. You go to IIM Ahmedabad, you're going to find your MBA, you think alike with complementary skills, etc. तो ये सीन क्या मतलब, people are able to find their partners as well?
Yeah, I've seen so many people find their partners here. We talked to an alum from a 2019 batch, so one of our friends, he says कि उनके batch में 50 couples थे within their batch.
What?
And that is 100 people out of 400 who are just dating, and a lot of them got married already. So
Wow.
that statistic alone tells you a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't count the number of couples in my batch, but I'm sure well above 30 to 50 होंगे हमारे पास भी right in front of
Super.
us. And हम लोग जिसका बहुत often reference करते हैं just for fun is there is something called IIT, iimshadi.com.
Yeah.
So for fun, we मतलब that is kind of the circles you get into, and I think it makes sense because यहाँ आने के बाद या any after doing an MBA, the worldview kind of aligns. You have learned the same things, you have been through the same things, so it makes sense that way. And definitely होता है. It's a real thing. Two states is a thing.
It's a real thing. बहुत बढ़िया.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm really enjoying this conversation. I think many women are going to get inspired by this your story as well. In the start, you said you were scared as well.
Yeah.
जब तू college आई तो, is it a humbling experience? I mean, you're already from a good school, but when you come to IIM Ahmedabad, ये IIT वाला सामने पड़ा हुआ है, ये IIT वाली लड़की, IIT बॉम्बे है, IIT दिल्ली है, CAs पढ़े हुए हैं, रैंकर CAs है भाई आसपास, फाइनेंस की क्लास में सब कुछ वही कर रहे हैं. IIT इनका मैथ्स इतना तेज़ है कि भाई वो ऑपरेशंस क्लास के अंदर गॉड लेवल काम करके जाते हैं, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. Was it a humbling experience for you as well?
Absolutely. So I तो came in knowing that I wouldn't be great, but I have seen people, I've seen these IITians that you're talking about, CA rankers, and in a place where everyone is really good, and no one can be good at everything that there is to be good at. तो competition हर space में होता है, and it's really intense, and everyone has to lose out somewhere. And if you're used to getting A's all of your life and you see that one B on your mark sheet, it hits you. It feels really bad. And I have heard that from everyone from like an IITian to a DU person. And yes, it humbles you, but I think that is also the way of the world. You can't be good at everything. कहीं ना कहीं तो hit लोगे. And I think learning to fail is also just as important, which is something that I have definitely learned here.
सुपर यार, सुपर. एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन, ये कब हिट होता है लाइफ में यार, लर्निंग के लिए करना है, ये तो स्किल है यार, जब ये काम नहीं लगता है, या आउटसाइड द क्लास व्हेन यू लिसनिंग एंड you're very chalak in your head that you're listening to this conversation because you want to learn from this guy, whoever is talking, rather than giving your own points and talking jack shit and saying, oh I know it all, right? कब हिट होता है यार ये, जब आसपास स्मार्ट लोग होते हैं कि पहले दिन ही पता चल जाता है?
I don't have an answer to that. I really don't. I think सबका I think अलग-अलग time पे आता होगा. I think it probably hits the most when you realize or when you have decided where you want to be, and when you find yourself in those circles, then you want to learn how to get there. So I think that is the best answer I can give to this. कि एक बार जब goal set होता है, या फिर the second is if you just find pleasure in learning, कि सीखा कुछ और अच्छा लगा खुद को, that could be the second point of time that kicks in. But I think in your 2 years कहीं ना कहीं किसी ना किसी point पे hit हो जाएगा कि सामने वाला बंदा, no matter who they are, has something to teach you for sure, and you will want to learn that.
Great. Okay, last towards the end of the session, yaar, when you see women who are not doing that great in life, और potential तो होता है हर बंदी का, because of lack of money, lack of exposure, lack of this, और बंदी सही नहीं कर रही होती. मिले होंगे तुझे भी when you growing up, और वो ऐसी बंदी जो भी गांव में बैठी है, उसको करना है कुछ तो यार ज़िंदगी में, बट एक इंस्पिरेशन नहीं मिल पाता. What do you think is wrong in that particular person, that girl? क्योंकि हमें उसको जगाना है, आज वो भी ये वीडियो सुन रही है, हाँ, उसको जगाना है कि है पोटेंशियल पर एक्शन ले पा रही, तो फिर क्या लगता है कि क्या गड़बड़ होती है लड़कियों में?
Firstly, I don't think कुछ गड़बड़ है in the person. I don't think that at all. I think a lot of places in Indian society, as you said earlier, are still conditioned to think that women are supposed to get married or married earlier at least in life. And ठीक है, इतनी ज़रूरत नहीं है as long as the husband is earning and all. But I think being a girl, knowing so many women across me, around me, I think everyone has a dream, or at least one big dream, and that dream is mostly not to get married. So I think the thing is you have to visualize, मतलब सोचो वो dream true हो गई तो तुम्हें कितना अच्छा लगेगा. And I think just focusing and really, हाँ, मतलब just feeling कि वो वाली feeling क्या होगी अगर ये सच हो गया, and chasing that, उसके लिए मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. Of course, if you want it, you will work hard for it if you want it enough. And बस वो वाला point visualize करो, if I get successful, then what? And I think that is what changes things. बड़े बड़े goals रखो, बड़ा सोचो, have big dreams, and chase them, because मिल ही जाता है सब कुछ, in some form or the other you will get what you want.
और नहीं मिला तो
ऐसा होता नहीं है, नहीं मिला तो कुछ और मिलेगा, and वो भी उतना ही amazing होगा, and maybe you are better at that than you thought you would be.
सुपर। और जर्नी तो एंजॉय करनी होती है ना, जब मिल जाता
हाँ,
है
जर्नी
तो
कभी कभी नॉन एंजॉयबल भी होती है, बट द रिजल्ट आई एम श्योर विल मेक यू हैप्पी, बट ऑल्सो जर्नी में यू विल लर्न थिंग्स, एंड आई थिंक ओपन माइंड से सोचना, स्टेइंग ओपन माइंडेड इज द ओनली वे टू गो अबाउट दिस. सो देयर विल बी विंस, देयर विल बी लॉसेस, बट व्हेन यू थिंक अबाउट फ्रॉम वेयर यू स्टार्टेड एंड टू वेयर यू हैव कम, दैट विल मेक ऑल द डिफरेंस.
बहुत ही बढ़िया यार, बहुत ही बढ़िया। ओके ग्रेट, इट्स लवली लवली कैचिंग अप विद यू। सृष्टि, सृष्टि को बोल पहले, वो क्या होता है, लाइक शेयर क्या करना होता है वो?
Yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Okay, Srishi, thank you so much. Hope you guys, hope you enjoyed during your days my channel and the preparation and the course at GDPA when you joined us towards the end.
I did. So I joined the GDPA program, but I had been following your videos say before, and I think you were the very positive influence in my life. कि हाँ बस पढ़ो, बस इतने marks के ऊपर लाना है, इतने questions सही करने हैं. I think that is what I started off with, and I think उतने questions सही हुए थे मेरे भी, वो 10 ही करके आई थी मैं भी. So definitely I think I looked forward to those videos जिसमें बस pure positivity होती थी, and they helped me. I'm sure they will help a lot of people who are also watching this video.
Thank you so much. It makes me more humble and makes me work more hard to inspire people like you. Thank you, Srishti, and happy Women's Day once again, yeah. Happy Women's Day.
Thank you.
All right, all the women in the house, do it on the like button for sure. इस वीडियो को शेयर करो। एक सृष्टि 21-year-old getting into IIM Ahmedabad and now graduating with a package of 2, बहुत बढ़िया package, and who is shared her love, her life with us, and बहुत बहुत inspiration journey रही तेरी. Thank you, Srishti, and all the best for your future endeavors. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.